One of the things we did not get to cover yesterday when we covered the wacky weekend in Georgia with Trumpists and Marjorie Taylor Greene and Matt Gaetz and all of these other people was that John Bachman, a Newsmax host, I'm not very familiar with John Bachman. John Bachman was allowed, I guess, to interview Donald Trump right before his speech on Saturday. It is a bizarre interview. Trump looks visibly confused. He seems disoriented. And the things he's saying make just as little sense as Trump's physical appearance. Let's take a look at this. Trump just uncontrollably lying and even seems confused about the lies he's telling.
Let's talk about this lawsuit against Hillary Clinton. What do you hope to accomplish with that?
Well, they spied on my campaign. You had all of them there.
Remember, there is still no proof that anybody spied on his campaign.
All the names are there, all the names you've been reading about for years. Bill Barr didn't want to be impeached, and so therefore he decided not to do it, which was a shame because, frankly, you need courage to fight these people, deep state or whatever you want to call them. But
Trump's still talking about the deep state. I mean, fully in to so many of these different conspiracy theories.
I think we're going to do very well with it. We have a great lawsuit, and I felt it was really very important to bring it because think of it. If I spied on their campaign, can you imagine what would happen, John?
Now, remember, the lawsuit, as we talked about yesterday, will go nowhere. If the lawsuit were to proceed, Trump would be subject to discovery. And the last thing Trump would ever allow is for himself to be put under oath and deposed. It's just the lawsuit's going nowhere. You guys know that.
Spied on their campaign, on Obama or Biden or on Hillary Clinton. And the same thing happened where we caught him, because we caught him red-handed. If that ever happened, what are they talking about? Treason? Are they talking about the rest of your life in jail? Are they talking about death penalty? And these people can't be allowed to get away with this stuff.
Right. So Trump suggesting that something that didn't happen is actually treason. Trump then seemingly blaming Joe Biden for Putin maybe using nukes. I mean, this is bizarre stuff.
Let's also talk about Russia and Ukraine. Seems like Putin may have miscalculated there. What is your assessment of where things stand right now with Putin's invasion of Ukraine?
Well, you never know. I can tell you the country is just in shambles. You look at these cities, they've been bombed and they've been blown up, and it's going to take 50 to 100 years to rebuild them. And so many people have been killed. So many people have been killed and horribly wounded. But I will tell you that it should have never happened. This would have never happened had the election not been rigged. This would have never happened. He would have never in a million years have done it. So it's very sad. When I watch it, it's sad because this is something all those people should be living now. They should not be dead.
Do you think Putin would use nuclear weapons?
When you put them into a corner and when you talk the way they're talking, they're talking weak and yet they're almost giving him an incentive. They're handling him very badly, in my opinion. I think that Biden apologized again today. He's apologized every time he makes a speech. He apologizes 3-4 times a day for everything he says. Look, we have people that don't know what they're doing.
Yeah. So anyway, if Putin uses nuclear weapons, it is not going to be Joe Biden's fault. And then lastly, Trump commenting on approval ratings.
I have no idea if he's going to run. I can't imagine he does well. He's got the lowest approval rating in history, in the history of a president, which is pretty low. And if he does, and if I decide I'd love to run against him, I can tell you who would be better.
Now, of course, Donald Trump's approval ratings at this point in his presidency were lower than those of Joe Biden. So quite literally all lies. It's lies all the way down. And Trump just is seeming very confused when you look at him and when you listen to him. It's all very bizarre. One of our sponsors is Little Spoon, your one-stop shop for easy, healthy meals and snacks for your baby, toddler, or big kid. If you're a parent of any age child, Little Spoon makes healthy meal times simpler, and it saves you hours at a very reasonable price. Little Spoon makes everything fresh, just like homemade, but it's delivered to your door and ready in seconds. Pop it in the fridge or freezer, and it is ready when you are. They have 100% organic, cold-pressed baby food for every eating stage. Awesome food for toddlers and for kids. They even just launched a new line of on-the-go smoothies that kids love. Everything is nutritionally balanced, no junk food, but it is kid approved. It's food that they'll actually eat and enjoy. And you can't beat the prices with kids' meals under $5, baby food and smoothie snacks under $3. Little Spoon is giving my audience 50% off your first order. Go to littlespoon.com and use the code PACMAN. The link is down below.